Hello there. Today we're going to give you an honest review of Bee Island. Now this looks like a kind of a neat game, but it's not very in-depth and it is very small. So I wouldn't be paying over $5 for this game. I would stick with under $5, and I would just assume this game is only going to be less than an hour of actually play value for you, and that's basically what it is. There's not much going on in this game. You basically you got your little hexes right here. You build up your hive. You got your different resources, and you got your different factories that are producing the other resources, and you got your training centers for more bees and stuff like that, soldier bees, and you got your turret systems and stuff like that. But yeah, this game has many tiny little flaws in it that kind of make it kind of annoying, because you have your bee count over here. You can't see how many workers you have. You can't see how many builders you have. You can't see how many warriors you have. It's just a flat number. That's not good enough information for like a tower defense style game where you're going to build up your base. You need that information. They have all this stuff right here color coded, but they don't tell you how much resources you have either, which is something else you really need. If you're gathering resources, you kind of want a resource counter that shows you how much resources you have, but they don't have that, which it takes away from this game basically. Let's build one there. Get the next factory going, and over in the tech tree over here, we got another one built up already. There you go, and we'll start that. Oh yeah, another wax factory is building over there. There you go, and yeah, your research center. You get your research. You only have to build up so much stuff. You go to the next era, you can get the next level technology, and you can start learning that. You don't have to build all the technology here before you go to the next level tier of stuff. You can just go right ahead and go right to it as much as you want, and that's the problem with this. You can go to tier 3 and do the same thing, and that you get the tier 3 button pops up there, and then the same thing happens for that tier. You finish off just a little bit of technology here, and then the game will end. It says choose an ending. You get to pick 1 of 3 endings, and that is it. And as the waves keep coming in and getting harder and harder, so it's just a race of learning technology, and you can just do it the minimum as possible, like I did here. I did the minimum amount of work on here, and now I'm starting working on the better stuff and getting a head start. And that's basically all you have to do really to beat this game. And then you click on the ending, because there's no ending to the waves basically that I know of. It just gets too laggy and too much of a pain in the butt to actually deal with, because as soon as you get to like 300 200 bees basically, it gets super laggy because the coding's not done very well for that kind of stuff. I think I could put that in there, and yeah, we'll leave that for now. Yeah, that research is done, so we'll get the storage stuff like that. School, medical center. I think I need some storage for those resources. We're gonna build over here maybe for those guys, right? I think they're that size for those factories. I can take a look at that factory. I got it right there. Factory. How big are you? Yeah, you'll fit in a 4 area. You can go over there later on. But yeah, this is basically the game. You have turrets and stuff like that. You can actually go into them, but there's no crosshair, so you can't see where you're aiming besides firing at that location. There's no, you can't tell if you're actually hitting the guys or not. You don't even know if it's working. Like some of the other things don't work in this game 100% too. These bees, as soon as you get a whole bunch of these worker bees, they'll all get stuck on top of the resource when they're collecting resources, and then you won't notice because you don't know. You're not going to pay attention to your bees, are you? Like where they're going to get the resources, and they come in there and they all get stuck. So pretty soon have like 20 bees all stuck in here not doing anything, so you're not gathering resources effectively, and you don't know if they're dying because the other wasps and stuff like that come in there and attack and start killing off stuff, but you don't know if they're killing your workers because you have no worker count. It's just really lacking in that kind of information. And at the end of the day, it's just an average game because it is so small and it is really easy to beat. It took less than an hour to beat this game. I did it twice, and it's like if you just play smart and build up your technology fast in the other areas, and that's the end of the game. You're done. And that's it. There's no other replay value or enjoyment after that. It is just going through the motions basically for an average game. So that's why I'm just going to give this like an average game and say don't spend over $5 in this game and expect this game only to be interesting for an hour or so. And you might play it once or twice and then forget about it for like ever almost, and probably not come back to it even if they do updates. So maybe if they do updates and maybe add some more depth to the game, but I don't see how they're going to do that unless they fundamentally change like everything on here. So yeah, I don't know. It just seems to be like I did this part here for the game and that's it, and I'm done. Yeah, that's all you're going to get basically. So that's my review today. So you can give it a less of a score if you want, because yeah, it might honestly not be just worth an average game because it is only worth an hour. So if whatever you want to spend for your hour worth of enjoyment basically, and that's what it is, because it is kind of interesting, but it's not really that well put together in some of the aspects of the game. It is kind of a neat concept. but it's just not, too much stuff is just missing from this game that would make it, playable and better. What they should have. It should be standard to tell you how much units you have and how much resources you have and of what, basically. That information should be on your screen somewhere, or a button to press to do that, but they don't have that basic standard stuff. So there's basically an average game for now. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.